Hi, welcome back to Gotta Be Me podcast. We're so happy to be here again with you today. We're your hosts. My name is Sophia Benyon. This is my cousin Peyton Benyon, and this is our on again, off again host, my sister Camille Benyon.
She's gonna argue about this every time.
Every time.
But welcome back to our channel, family, friends, fans, and foes. Welcome. If you're new here,
that was interesting. That was diversity.
If you're new here,
#diversity.
You already know what to do. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will appreciate you so very much.
Peyton, when you're tired, you start making that last part one word.
Yeah, that's what happens when I teach too. And the children are like, we don't understand what you're saying. I'm like, so all into one word.
We are so happy and excited to have Jael and Elicia here. I have to make myself call you Elicia. That's not...
It's just Dooty.
We purely call her by her nickname, so I'm just going to apologize right now. I'm going to end up calling her Dooty tonight. Her name is Elicia. She has a proper name, but she just goes by her nickname so much. Anyway, we are so...
That's a proper nickname.
Yeah, but she has like a proper name that's not a nickname. We're so excited to have them on here. This is our first time having like really young people on the show. We had our brother Simon, but they're even younger than Simon. They're still in high school, and so this is new for us. But we're really excited about it. We think it's so great that they're on here, and yeah, I'm starting to say nothing. So yeah, how old are you girls actually? Jael, how old are you?
I'm 17. I'm about to be 18.
About to? How much about to?
Like 2 months.
Okay, that's pretty close. You're pretty close to your 18th birthday. Are you gonna graduate this year?
I am. I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what's going to happen afterwards, but...
You just glad to be out of school?
Yeah, I think it'll go good. I mean...
Do you have any ideas for what you want to do?
Well, I got to do my mission field. But then after that, I don't know. I kind of wanted to get into, like, cosmetology, like college. Do something with that.
Beauty? You want to go to beauty school?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
That's an aspiration.
Yeah, that is
like
real.
that. Love that.
Did you put in any requests for your mission field? Anywhere particular? Or you're just going to see what they say?
Well, I want to go to Israel.
Oh. Are you so serious
No.
right now? I never know when Jael's serious. I've known Jael all her life, and to this day, I don't know when she's being serious.
They're not going to send me to Israel.
No, they're not.
I don't know. I'll probably go to Muncie.
Yeah, you probably will be.
I come here.
Yeah.
Dooty, how old are you?
I'm 15.
Not about to graduate?
No.
Not yet. What, are you in 10th grade? How's your school year so far?
Good.
Yeah.
Got all A's in my first quarter.
Let's go. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject?
Yeah, physical education.
PE. That's because you're super strong.
Tell somebody what
Tell
your
them
maxes are.
At the end of last year, what was your deadlift?
285.
See, it's not fair.
Without any professional training, like just PES. And then what was your bench?
135 wasn't that good.
That's still good.
Oh.
And what was your squat?
245.
Dooty.
Let's go, Dooty.
Dooty is super strong. That's why PE is her favorite subject, because she looked good in PE, don't you?
Not gonna lie.
You know it. You know it. So, Dooty and Jael, I'm just going to ask you this straight up. So, I think I talked to y'all about coming on the podcast a while ago, but then we haven't talked about it for like a few months. And y'all just text me out of the blue like, hey, we're coming. What like made you...
I love that.
I do too. What made y'all decide like, it's time? Y'all both opened your mouth at the same time and they're like...
I honestly wanted everybody, all your subscribers, to see other black women, because like if they see y'all, they're gonna be, oh, it's just them. But I wanted them to know that there's us too. I mean, there's not a lot of us, but there is more of us.
We're a group.
And I feel like they need to see that.
Absolutely.
Within our community or within our church group, you're saying?
Right.
That's really good.
What were you going to say, Jael?
I don't know. I kind of had some thoughts because, like, you had kind of told us what we were going to be talking about. So I kind of, like, was preparing myself. And, I don't know, I didn't want to forget and that type of stuff.
You didn't want to lose the I know. Like, when you have a thought, it's like, okay, I got to talk about this because the burden of it will wear off and then I'll be like...
sometimes, like, I'm not ready. And I felt like, yeah, let's go.
Now you're ready.
Yeah.
Like, it's time. Well, that's exciting. I want y'all to be able to talk and say whatever you want. So feel free. If I start talking about something y'all don't want to talk about, just be like, hey, I want to talk about this because we're here to hear what y'all want to have to say. But until you're sure about that, I think that y'all have been, and this is me assuming, but I think that y'all have been stirred up because your Uncle Steph's been coming to school and teaching hustling backwards history lessons. Is that right?
Yes.
Has that been interesting?
Very.
Okay, what was your favorite lesson that he did? Or like the most engaging, the one that's like popping out to you that you're remembering?
We talked about, what really like sparked something was like, we talked about Kamala, like, because they're talking about, you know, whether she was black or not. And at first, like, when you look at her, at first I told him this, I was like, when I first looked at her, I thought, like, yeah, she's got to have some black in her.
Because
then,
look
like,
at you, you're pretty light, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But then I found out, like, she's all of a sudden claiming to be black now that she wants more votes. And, like, she wants black women to vote for her, black people. And she had claimed Indian the whole time until, like, just recently. And then she wanted to... And we just started talking about it, and I had to think about it, because, I mean...
What stirred you up most about it? Like, I mean, is there anything wrong with her
It kinda
wanting
made me-
black women's votes? Like, there's nothing wrong with
I think what made me mad is that, like, or what got my attention is that all of a sudden she wants to claim being black when you haven't held that image the whole time. Like,
Black is an
and
experience.
then you want to,
It's not
Right.
just, it's not, you can't just like pull up like, oh, I'm black. You have to have the experience of blackness.
That's true. And obviously it's different for, like, there's, of course, black people, then there's light skin, there's mixed, and it's all different, but it's all part of the black experience, right?
Which you all have 2 black parents, so you wouldn't be considered necessarily
You'd be
mixed.
considered light skin.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
But all of these terms are crazy. Like, I mean, and this is another thing Uncle Steph's been talking about. Like, what does it mean to be African American? Like, can we
black
define
is
that?
broad. He said that, and black really is broad. Like,
Right.
And really,
there's a lot.
there is no African American without white people.
Right.
People get really defensive about the terms, but it's just what it is, right?
Right.
I think it's interesting, though, because black is broad, but black is not too, I mean, like, the question of is Miss Harris black shows that there's a point where it stops. There's a point where, well, she's, you know, even if she's black, I'm talking about being African American now. There is a point where that stops. And just because you're considered black doesn't make you African American, right?
Right.
Yeah. I think that's super interesting.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
You think?
Somebody was commenting today about something. They said you all are gonna one drop rule yourselves out of existence. Like there's not gonna be any more black people because you're just getting so mixed that there's hardly gonna be a nation anymore. I thought that was interesting to think about.
But isn't that like what the nation is? It's kind of the blending.
It is the blending.
At some point on the podcast, we should read that definition that they built. You know on the chat that we all have, the reconciliation chat.
I actually haven't been on there that much.
You all need to get on
I've read
there.
like a little bit, but not.
But it's long.
They
though.
made a definition though of like what African
is the
American could mean.
African-American
It's like
nation?
really good. It's a really
Who
good
wrote it?
defining thing. Your Uncle Steph wrote it, but then like other people kind of like added and said things. It's really good though.
So, what is y'all's opinion, or how do y'all feel about, like, besides us, like, besides the 4 or 5 of us, there's not just a lot of black girls that have grown
Like
up.
there's our
that aren't
cousins,
related to
there's
us,
your
yeah.
cousins.
Our cousins, your cousins, and one more family of black people, and then there's like maybe 1 or 2 here and there that don't have our last names.
That grew up, like, in the Church of God within the past 20 years, you know? Like, what are y'all's thoughts about that? How does that make you feel?
Honestly, when I was younger and all I saw was white little girls, like straight hair. So I wanted to be like them. So that was very hard for me. So I like went through like an identity crisis. But now that I grow up, then I'm like, I feel like it's way easier because we are able to express black girl magic or something like stuff like that. Because like other times you were not forced, but like at the time we had to do our hair a certain way. And now like we can do it differently.
Right.
So I felt like I was trying to be like something I wasn't. Like I wanted to have straight hair. I wanted to have the long, silky hair, stuff like that. So that was kind of hard for me.
But I think that's the thing that the image has put up. Like, the system has put out that image that long, straight hair is like beautiful.
Is what beauty
and
is.
That's when black women go and get wigs and stuff and try to be something different when really it's not like that.
Right.
Like your natural beauty, you look better.
Yeah.
Just natural.
Just the way you are.
With no
And
makeup.
it's affected black and white people, right?
Right.
I remember it happened to Sophia. Someone came up to her or she was, I think we were staying at someone's house, some white girl, and she told us she was doing her hair. She was like, "Hey, Sophia, don't you wish you had such long, pretty blonde hair like me?" I remember me and Sophia were like,
Okay.
And I was like, in my heart, like I was little at the time, in my heart, I was like, yes. But I was like, I'm not telling her that. So I was like, I'm very happy with the hair that God gave me.
so eventually, but when you're little, you really
That goes
like,
in your
right,
head.
Oh yeah, and you
It
draw
affects
all
you,
your
right?
children with blonde hair and
I
blue
did.
eyes.
All my
because
little people, I
you feel
never
like
wanted
that's
to draw
what's the
them
best.
brown when I was little. And Mom would say, "You're brown," and I'd be like, "No, I wanted them
I
blonde."
don't ever really remember when I was younger, like, hearing about black, though. Like,
Yeah, it
until,
just wasn't a
like,
conversation.
my Uncle Steph brought it up. Then it was like, he brought, like, lots of things that I didn't know about because I was always, everything was just white. Like,
It was just the accepted. It was just
Right.
the normal, right? We were not the normal, and so we just did kind of what we could to be as normal as we felt like we should be, even though that's not true, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting how you're talking about how it affects women everywhere, black women everywhere. And then we have people that are held up as images for black women to follow people.
Right.
I know we're talking today about Sexy Red. And we were like, what in the world, how is she the image that we're putting out that we have to look to as black women? And people are saying, yeah, that's what black women are like, Sexy Red.
Right.
Like, they're not looking at our aunts, they're not looking at our cousins, they're not looking at our sisters, they're not looking at us, you know what I mean? And it's just a disparity of images, and I think it's a nasty spirit.
For sure.
Somewhat.
I feel like all women are, like, the newer women influencers, artists have been, like, painted as that. Like,
Yes,
this is what black women are.
And
When it's
should
really
be,
not, right?
right?
Like industry plants.
Yeah, it does feel like that, huh?
I don't feel like they want to be like that either, like at all.
No,
Like,
like
they
it's
just,
done to them, right?
Yeah.
And it's a way they make money too.
I've heard some of them talk. I think it was Cardi. She was saying how she's like, I wasn't always like this. Like, it was something that was,
Really?
yeah, she was like put into it, and you know how the system it'll
I didn't
twist
pay her
you,
until
yeah,
she
give you
Yeah,
money,
just
and then you start just doing.
And
Whatever.
they threaten you, like they'll take
Right.
this away, or they'll defame you here, or put this false media out
shut you
about
down,
you.
however.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Or
it
if you put a
takes.
good song out that has some true
a little
words
bit
in it,
revealing
Yep.
about the system, or
That's crazy.
How do you think that affects the psyche of young girls, or how have you noticed maybe that sort of image affecting?
Like, how does it affect you? Like,
Negatively,
seeing
or
that
yeah.
all the time.
oh, it affects me a lot. Like, it makes you be like, oh, is that what black women are? Like, I don't want to be like that, but
But it
will,
draws you or tries to
Right.
pull you, right?
You start to act like what you listen to and what you see, kind
That's
of
true.
that type of stuff.
That's
and it makes
so
you
true.
feel like.
And that's
you
really
might
what's
not-
all out there, is that image is put out there, and that's
Right.
all you see, and then you start to think like, oh, is this really what it is?
It's all about
That's
how
what I'm
it's
supposed to
really
look like.
exactly.
Am I not beautiful how I am?
Right.
You start to question those type of things.
That's so true. It's because that's all we see. Like, there are black women
Right.
out there that are being good, that are being excellent mothers, or that are being, and I'm not saying none of those women are. I'm just saying
Right.
the image of a mother. And there's black women that are being the image of a scientist, or a doctor, or a nurse, or a teacher. You know, it's there, but that's not what is being showed to us, right?
Right.
If we just get on TikTok or IG and just start scrolling, that's not the majority of what we're probably going to see, right?
And that's not what people want to even see.
Right.
Or it's not what certain people want shown, right?
Right. But what's getting the most money is that.
Right,
Like, what
it's
is
what
being
makes money.
promoted and what people are paying for is the whole culture. Affects you a lot.
I just wish the black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful. You don't have to wear eyelashes to be beautiful. Like, eyebrows. Like, you don't need all that. You're beautiful, like, just the way you are. And that's not black girl magic either. Black girl magic is natural. Like, it looks way better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
I think
But
people
I
maybe
also-
aren't confident enough to wear. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I also think that they've talked themselves into, and they can't talk themselves out of. I think they know that being natural and being with no makeup and all this stuff is beautiful, but they've been told and they've been shown like this is beautiful.
they've just been
so
shown
they can't
over
get
and
their,
over.
And they
their
just want
mind
to
off
fit
of
in.
it.
They just want to fit in.
That's true.
I mean, that's what everybody's doing, right?
Because even like we've never grown up with wigs. We've never grown up with fake eyelashes. And in our minds we know natural, we know
We've
it's
always
beautiful.
been natural, right?
We know we know it's the way to go. But we're still affected by it. We're still like,
And
but am I enough?
imagine if we hadn't
know?
grown up this way,
Right.
how affected we'd be by it. Like, if it was our moms doing it, or our sisters, or our best friend at school, like, that would be, how do you even fight that alone? Which leads me to this one thought I had. Like, don't you all think it's easier a little bit more easy to like be ourselves and express our African American culture. Not only now that we know about it, like through your uncle helping us, but just the fact that we're together,
Oh yeah.
As
like
a group.
being with each
As a
other.
group.
Right.
And it's easier to feel like I could be me when you're with other people that look like you, that had
Right.
your same experience, and you're like, what lotion do you use, girl? Yeah, I don't
What,
like
shea
that.
butter?
Yeah, you know, like, just,
For sure.
yeah, being together, I think, makes a big difference, too.
Well, that's part of the trick of the devil, to isolate people, make people feel like they're fighting it alone. They're the only ones that are tempted by certain things. And yeah, if he can get you alone, yeah, he's got you, of course.
What would y'all say if you could talk to, like, other young Black girls who are looking for, like, good examples? Like, what would you say to them? I think we have a lot of Black women who watch our podcast. And much love to you all. If you all had a message for them from your young teenage hearts, what would you say?
I think I would tell them to just embrace what they actually are. Like, first, I think they need to start, like, I'm not trying to, like, never mind.
No, you're good.
Say it.
It's okay.
Work
Just
through it.
you saying you're not trying to judge anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
No
to judge
hate
anybody
if
or
you-
anything. But just so, like, we actually need to show the world what Black women actually are. Like, let's take off them wigs, take off that makeup, take off them eyelashes. Like, show them what we are. Show your natural hair, the fro. Like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And, like, embrace it and be proud of it. Like,
Be
walk
confident.
out. Yeah, walk out with your chest high.
Jael,
She meant it with your head high.
Yeah,
I know what you meant. I know what you meant, but Jael had to start laughing.
Man.
I'm taking a stride.
I was like,
We were gonna roll with it, and then Joe was like,
With your head held. I think that's good. And yeah, I think definitely a support system would help women be able to feel confident enough to do that. Because that's so tough to just get out of by yourself. I remember the first camp meeting when we all did our hair?
Yeah.
Like,
how
embrace
scary
yourself?
that was.
We just had
Yes.
to support each other. I remember
was
even like
flipped
our
out.
brothers, your brother, we were all just like, hey, you look good.
Yep.
Don't worry. It
And
doesn't
all
matter.
the boys were like, nice hair, no matter how it looked. Because we were like, we're brave. We're going to be brave together, you know? It was like we were
Yes,
able to
yes,
be more
yes.
confident over the years and like, and like
It's
share
one
things.
thing to get support. Like, you know, there's white people that are like, of course they're super supportive and amazing. Like,
Right.
girl, you look. But that's one thing. But I think a whole nother level of support is from within your own people. You know, like people that are in your community that are also in the same struggle. They know what it feels like, and they could be like, hey, I got you. You look good.
Yeah.
Do it this way. You know, you got, if you feel like you're going to fall, we've got your back. We're going to push you back up, you know?
And also to keep each other accountable. Like you were talking about women like conforming to a certain image. Like if we see each other like, no, you're going too far over there. You know, like
Right.
we can do that sort of a thing with each other too.
That's good.
Just to be accountable
is good.
with each other.
because
I think
life
that
is all
helps.
about a balance.
Yeah.
yeah, it's about a balance. You don't want to go too far one way or the other, right?
Right. And that's something that Black women in the world do not have. That's
Why do
something
you
I
think
feel
that is?
Women fight in general. Like, even when you tell someone something about themselves, like, you fix this, like, they automatically come back, like,
Defensive.
well, you're, you know.
That's
Or even if you
Well,
tell
really
them they're
just
beautiful.
think about it. Yeah.
Be like, oh, you look really nice today. You're beautiful. They'd be like, nah, I ain't. Like,
Why do you think women fight like that? Like what? It's kind of a thing, huh? That women are not always, but that women can be nasty to each other instead
like-
of supportive.
I feel like it's jealousy somewhat. Because women are very,
Can be very jealous.
yes.
They want something that someone else has that they don't have.
So then they'll fight with them.
Do you think it's like something natural that we've taken too far?
What do you say, like jealousy?
Like a natural instinct
Like
to
women
be
want to be
protected.
beautiful or whatever,
Right.
but then if it gets too into jealousy,
Right.
then you can't.
Jealousy
I
and
think that
coveting.
would, you know, I think that would make a big difference among the among women in the Black community too, if we supported each other instead of being jealous and backbiting each other and saying, "Oh, girl, you look good to your face," but then talking about, "Did you see how her this was doing that behind people's backs?" Huh?
Right.
Just talking straight with each other.
Telling each other the truth. Yeah, I think Black women are so powerful.
Oh, yes.
Very.
I
If we
think
could, like,
If we
come
could
together.
Oh.
Move as a group.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't.
Imagine all the naturalness,
Yes.
like the froze and then the different hairstyles and the
And the
braids and the
moisturize
twists and the
and the
curl.
shea butter. Yes.
Mm,
Yes,
the
yes,
shining
yes.
skin. Mm.
Because actually, I think wearing a wig and doing all that stuff is upholding a racist system, because that's what, like, the system is racist, right? They're putting that white is good when really, no.
Really, no.
I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say. It's because when they it's like you're saying that it's like when they wear a wig, they're
I
saying,
lost my mic.
"Did you find it?"
Yeah, I got it.
They're wearing a wig. Now you know how ghetto we are. Get more duct tape.
It's duct
I'm
tape.
just trying to say that I think I know what you mean, because it's like when they're wearing the wig, they're acknowledging, yes,
Right,
my
right.
hair is not good enough.
Right.
My afro is not good enough. I have to wear hair that looks more like a white person to be good. Right? It's like that's
So
what
really,
a
should
wig
be like,
says.
no, I'm beautiful just how I am. I'm gonna do it
And
my way in a fro, like.
Or whatever kind of hair you have. Whatever you got, you know.
Because there is black women with long hair. Like, it's not just short. Like, there's some with long hair. There's nothing wrong with short hair either.
Some of it,
Right.
and some of that is racism, but some of it is also just like no one's ever satisfied with who they are. Like, you
Right.
got white people with dreads, you got white people with braids and twists.
Lord.
Like, that's not their culture.
Right.
You
And
know?
tons of white ladies are having so many extensions now too.
I never knew how big of a thing it was, but yeah, everybody be putting hair in.
Now somebody's gonna be mad at us, but I don't care.
Be mad.
They do.
Someone
They be-
knows.
it's
Hey, look,
interesting.
we're not trying to judge people like that. We're just talking about how we are and how we think it should be for us.
right.
Like, we think natural is just the best.
Well, that's just how God made it. And
And it helps show who you actually are, too.
Right.
Because you're covering up that, then nobody can really see
Nobody
what
really
you
knows
actually
you.
are. Yeah.
And it helps you be
That's a
open,
whole
vulnerable,
pandemic, too.
make friends. And then it helps your confidence, because you're forced to be out there and you have to accept yourself. This is who I am, and I refuse to.
That's another thing. Black women
Lord.
don't feel confident enough, so they put on that. It's like they're insecure, so then they go get all that, and when really it's not.
And there's not an actual black woman influencer that they can look up to that actually does that.
Maybe we're going to have to change that. We're so glad
Hey.
y'all came on the show.
let's make a modeling line and model our clothes.
Model this modesty right here. Y'all out here looking good. I probably can't see in the camera, but you got your
Vapor Max.
yeah, the Vapor Max on. I'm gonna get me some of those one day. I am so
I
serious.
mean, I have slides.
They're
Look at my
Nike.
feet. I have good shoes also.
She has socks. Don't lie.
You put your feet under the rug. Yeah, mine are nothing to speak of.
I
But
was gonna wear my nice shoes, but they were like, "No, your feet are not gonna be in the camera." So I was like, I'm good then. They lied.
oh well, Jael, you never said what your message would be. If you could put out a message to other young black women like yourself.
Be confident. Lift one another up, because that's something most black women, I would say, don't do. Or they do it in a negative way. Do it in a positive way. Be positive. And come together and let's fight and show actually what real black women are.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Very good.
That is very good.
Mine was
That's so
prophetic.
good. I'm so serious.
It was funny.
Prophetic.
Never mind.
Well, we're gonna have to do this again. We're gonna have to get Jael and Dooty have 3 sisters. 3 sisters, right?
4.
4 sisters. They have 4 sisters and 2 brothers, so they come from a big family. So y'all wish us luck. Pray for us that we get the rest of them on, and we get these girls back, and we love the Hargraves. So, we didn't tell you this, but secret that you're gonna know now. If you got this far, hit us with some crowns in the comments if you got this far. But Jael and Dooty are the daughters of Brother Randy Hargrave. We had him on the podcast weeks ago. So Brother Steph is their uncle, Brother Randy's their dad. And
They're
that's why they
special
on here
family.
sounding so smart and looking so beautiful. Because they have a extremely intelligent dad and a gorgeous mother. So we are so thankful that they came on. We hope we do this again. This was really
Don't
nice,
forget
really
to
fun.
comment the crowns, okay? Because I'm gonna be mad if you don't.
And you don't want Peyton mad at you in the
We'll put a
comments.
heart on your thing if you put a crown.
You do a crown, we do a heart. Yeah.
And anything else you want to say?
And a black heart.
We love your
Oh,
comments.
black heart apparently as well.
Also a black heart.
Lots of black hearts.
Crowns and black hearts, please. Y'all know what time it is.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Wait, I didn't do it. You'll have to do
Okay,
it.
we did it again. Okay, we want to do it all together. All
Okay,
of
so
us.
what is it? Peace.
Peace.
How are you going to do this?
I do peace, love,
Okay.
hair grease. Okay.
You ready? All right, y'all know what time it is.
Peace, love, and hair grease.